friends, welcome back to Storytime with Miss Mary. We are continuing our space theme today with a book about the moon. After we are finished the book, go check out the art project I posted. I'd love to see your work. Let's get started with our book. Today it is called To the Moon, and it is written by Jodie Shepard. Chapter 1. Astronaut Neil Strong. "Hey, that's almost my name," Neil shouted. He was at the Space Museum with his class. In front of him was a photo of the first person on the moon, Neil Armstrong. Got a picture of Neil and astronaut Neil Armstrong next to his most famous quote, which is, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." "Awesome," Neil exclaimed. "Someday it's going to be me, Neil Strong, who walks on the moon." "Astronauts last visited the moon in 1972, said Neil's teacher, Miss Belusa. "But scientists are talking about making moon landings again, with human astronauts or maybe with androids. It could happen in the next 10 years. An android is a robot that can move around like a person. Android bodies usually look similar to human bodies." Neil read a sign. "The moon is about 240,000 miles away. It's the only other place in our universe where humans have stood." "That's amazing," Neil said. "That's the moon. We got a sign. Humans were here." Neil spotted something else amazing. "Look at those moon rocks," he thought. "I want my science project to stand out this year. Those rocks would be perfect." Neil sighed. "I can't take the rocks with me. They belong to the museum. If only I could go to the moon and get rocks of my own." There's Neil looking at the moon rocks. What do we think? Do you think he's gonna be able to get some moon rocks? Let's find out. Suddenly, Neil noticed a model of Apollo 11 nearby. He sat at the controls. "Maybe if I use my imagination." And then before he knew it, liftoff. There's Neil in his rocket ship trying to get to the moon. Let's see if he makes it. Chapter 2. Luna. Astronaut Neil has landed on the moon. He gasped in wonder. The moon was amazing, and there was someone else there with him too. Who do we think that is? "I am Luna," it said. "Welcome to the moon. Good thing you wore your spacesuit. The moon gets burning hot and freezing cold, and it has almost no air. Your space helmet gives you oxygen to breathe." There was a lot to see, mountains and hills, and "Are those oceans?" Neil asked. What do we think? Do we think there are oceans on the moon? "They look like oceans," Luna answered, "but they are large fields filled with dark, solid lava." Neil spotted a lava rock. He stopped to pick it up for his science fair project. Then he saw footprints. Who could have made them? Chapter 3. Boing. Luna saw the surprise on Neil's face. "Do not worry, those are Neil Armstrong's footprints." Remember Neil Armstrong? He was the astronaut from the beginning of our story. "There is no wind on the moon, so Neil's footprints may last for millions of years." "My footprints will last too," Neil thought. "I'll be famous forever." He picked up a second rock. His science project was going to rock. There's little Neil's footprints. His backpack with some moon rocks. Walking wasn't easy on the moon, but bouncing was. "The moon has very little gravity," Luna told him. "On Earth, gravity holds people and other things to the ground." Since the moon has less gravity, you weigh less here. Boing, boing. Jumping on the moon was fun. If you were on the moon, would you jump too? Neil saw craters everywhere. Some were huge, others looked like large soup bowls. What made these craters? Neil asked Luna, putting another rock in his backpack. What do we think? What do we think made these craters? Meteors crashing into the moon made craters on the moon's surface, Luna said. Now turn around and take a look at Earthrise. Amazing, is it not? Earthrise was amazing, but it made Neil really homesick. Neil looking at the Earth, thinking about his home. We have a fun fact. The biggest moon crater is about 1,500 miles from side to side. That's more than half the width of the United States. The smallest moon craters are 1 inch wide. Chapter 4, Back on Earth. Poof, just like that, Neil was back at the museum, but he didn't have any rocks. He had imagined the entire mission. Still, he'd learned lots of cool facts about the moon. Neil knew how he could make his science fair project stand out. He'd share everything he'd learned, and he'd look up awesome pictures of the moon to show off at the fair. Even better, Neil thought, someday I'll go to the moon for real. All the cool stuff at the museum. Thank you for joining me, friends. I hope you had fun and enjoyed this story. Don't forget to go check out the art project. I can't wait to see your results, and I hope to see you guys really soon. Bye.